in the Moscow World Championships last year, 6 at the London Olympics. 14 metres and 59 in 2014, a lifetime best of 14 metres and 62 last year. She's going to want to improve on 14 metres 11. Fourth round attempt. No, she runs through, no improvement. Two more jumps left
to come from the pool here on the Games channel, but as you can see, we're back at Hampden. We're looking forward to the women's 400 metre final coming up very shortly, but now we can rejoin the closing stages of the women's triple jump final.
This is a nice jump. She's the champion. She has the gold. Oh, and it's big. It's going to be an improvement for Kimberly Williams from Jamaica. It does look further than the gold medal winning jump. And the athlete that was 4th at the World Championships last year, 6th in those London Olympics, is going to have extended the distance that she jumped to win the gold. And the 25-year-old not going to challenge a season's best here of 14.59, but she's going to leave Glasgow 2014 as the Commonwealth champion.
Another gold medal for Jamaica. A bronze medal as well for Jamaica. The first time since 1970 that Jamaica have won two medals in the men's 100 metres.
One more event for them this evening, the 200 metres, and then they'll come back tomorrow for the rest. The next event on the track then, the final of the women's 400 metres. Here is your lineup. 3 Jamaicans, lanes 3, 4 and 5. And the defending Commonwealth champion in 6. In lane number 8, Kelly Massey of England. Won Commonwealth Games relay silver in Delhi, the UK champion. Ran a personal best to qualify for this final of 52.19 seconds. In lane number 7, the former World Youth and World Junior champion at this event from the Bahamas, Shauna Miller. 20 years old, sub 51 at her best. In lane 6, the defending Commonwealth champion, the former world champion, Amantle Moncho of Botswana. Nearly defended that world title last year, lost out on the dip, finished to Britain's Christina Hurrigu. Lane 5, Noveline Williams-Mills of Jamaica. 4th in the world this year, 8 times the Jamaican champion. In lane number 4, also from Jamaica, is Christine Day. She led off the Jamaican team, which won 2012 Olympic relay bronze. 50.16 seconds, a lifetime best in 2014. Completing the Jamaican trio, Stephanie Ann McPherson, 49.92 seconds. McPherson in good form. Sade Abugan of Nigeria in lane number 2. The World Junior champion back in 2008, and completing the lineup, Kaniki Alexander of St Vincent and the Grenadines, their national record holder at this event, indoors and out. The women's 400 metre final, the games record belongs to Moncho, 50.10 seconds. Will she have to go that quick here this evening to defend her title? Williams-Mills.
Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. Have you subscribed to this channel? If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe, like and also comment. So guys, what would you do if you watched a major championship final and suddenly realized something unbelievable was happening? One country was not just winning gold, they were taking the entire podium. That is exactly what happened when Jamaican women stepped onto the track for the 400 meters final. So guys, I want you to watch this video until the end, then I'll come back with more comments. Thank you.
4 successive world relay medals for the Jamaican in 5. Well, it's a clean start in the final of the women's 400 metres. Moncho's going off well in lane number 6. Abugan of Nigeria in lane number 2 is making some headway as well. But in lane number 6, Amantle Moncho, the defending champions, being chased by Williams Mills from Jamaica. Williams Mills inside of the defending champion. She's tracking up. They're going through 200 metres. These two athletes are currently well clear of the rest of the field. McPherson in 3's going well. Day's trying to respond in lane 4. But here's your battle. Williams Mills heads Moncho coming into the home straight. Moncho, the defending champion. McPherson of Jamaica in lane number 3 is having a storming finish. Stephanie McPherson of Jamaica, she's gonna get it. The Jamaicans win 50.68 seconds. Stephanie McPherson from Jamaica. It's not a season's best, but the lane 3 athlete, Stephanie McPherson, many before the final called her to potentially win this race. 50.67 seconds. Williams Mills from Jamaica takes the silver in 50.86. And they're deciding who's got the bronze. Christine Day of Jamaica, a 1-2-3. McPherson, Williams Mills and Day, and the defending champion, Amantle Moncho, has to settle for 4th.
She went out too hard, Catherine. She knew that Williams Mills was coming through inside her. A great effort from the Jamaicans to produce the clean sweep, but Moncho had nothing left when the 3 Jamaicans came back to her. Williams Mills, you could argue, went too hard as well because she had no response when McPherson came through on the inside, and by 1/100th of a second, Christine Day out-dipped the tired Moncho on the line, and for the 2nd successive year, a lack of dip has cost Moncho. Last year, it cost her a gold in the World Championship. This year, it cost her a bronze, but she just went out far too hard. McPherson judged it to perfection.
You literally had 2 separate races, because what Noveline Williams Mills was doing in lane 5 was tracking and following Amantle Moncho in lane 6, and then there was another little race developing inside. Look at the replay here. Williams Mills in 5, Moncho in... Well, the men's 4x400 metre relay finalists waited patiently until the 7 metre distance came upon the board for our long jump champion. But here's your start list for the penultimate event on the track. In lane number 9, Zambia, the 3rd fastest in qualifying. They have Samu Konga, the 400 metre champion, on the last leg for them. Nyambi will get them underway on leg 1. In lane number 8, Trinidad and Tobago, and they're brought in Jareem Richards, the 200 metre champion, will go on the last leg. Lane number 7 will be India. Mohammed Anas Yahya, he'll kick us off, and Jacob will be on the last leg for them. Lane number 6 will be Jamaica. They hold the game's record, the 2nd fastest team in qualifying. Lane number 5, Kenya. Moesa, the 400 metre 4th placer, on the last leg for them. Botswana will start in lane number 4. They've qualified fastest for this final. Nigeria will go in lane number 3. Looking cool and calm. Johnson Namani is their first leg runner, and Barbados will start in lane number 2. Jonathan Jones on the 2nd leg, the bronze medalist over the 400 metres, will run the 2nd leg for them. Barbados start in 2. So there he is, Muzala Samu Konga. He woke up this morning not a Commonwealth champion. He'll go to bed with at least 1 Commonwealth gold medal. Can he have a storming last leg like he did in qualifying and bring Zambia home a medal here? The final male track event of Birmingham 2022 here in the Athletic Stadium is ready to go. The men's 4x400 metre final. Barbados, Nigeria, Botswana, Kenya, Jamaica, India, Trinidad and Tobago and Zambia. Silence falls across Alexander Stadium. And now it erupts to a roar as we get underway on the first leg. Running lanes, of course. Trinidad and Tobago going well. St Helier on the first leg for them. Jamaica moving nicely with Bartley down the back straight. Botswana as well in lane number 4. Remember, the fastest qualifies for this final. Leungo Scotch on the first leg for them. So a full way round in lanes. We've got 4 pairs at the moment, haven't we, in terms of formation for this men's 4x4 final. Kenya moving nicely. Mukobi, who was 4th in the 400 metre hurdles on the first leg for them. And here comes the first changeover, Tim. Let's see who's in the lead in this final.
Always hard to judge, Kath, but a brilliant leg from Dwight St Hilaire there of Trinidad and Tobago on the opening leg. Tell you what, Botswana are going well too in the blue in lane 4, aren't they? But it is Trinidad and Tobago. Asa Guevara on this second leg for them. Breaks from lanes. He has a couple of metres on about 4 teams. There's still a pack hunting him down. He's got to run smart this second half of this one, Kath.
He has indeed, but this is good for Trinidad and Tobago. A 4-metre lead over Jamaica. Nathan Allen on their second leg for them. Botswana currently in 3rd. Zimbabwe and Godzi on the second leg for them. Here come Kenya though, strong on that second leg. And Barbados as well, closing on this second leg for the changeover.
Trinidad and Tobago take over in the lead. Jamaica 2nd, Botswana 3rd, Barbados 4th, Kenya 5th, Nigeria 6th. That's the way they go. They're all still in the hunt. The gaps are not big. Over half a mile run. And Trinidad and Tobago, Kath, with Michel Cedeno on this one. Maybe relinquishing the lead, or are they? No, he's battling off the 3rd leg runner, Javon Powell, there as they go through 200.
Well, it's going to be a tasty final leg. Remember, Trinidad and Tobago have Jareem Richards, the 200 metre champion, stepping up, and he's a 44-second runner. Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Botswana, a superb run by Anthony Purcell of Botswana. The hands are held high by the outgoing runners. Botswana now pop into the lead.
Well, that's probably the perfect position, Kath. Wouldn't you always want to be a metre or so down on the leader rather than behind him? But he's not hanging about. Jareem Richards, the 200 champion, has blasted straight past the final leg runner for Botswana by Uppo and Dory and into the lead, and he has a couple of metres with 200 to run.
Jareem Richards in the final 200 metres, looking around. He's cool, he's calm, he's got such good speed endurance, but Botswana are saying and Dory onto his shoulder. Trinidad and Tobago, Botswana battling for the gold medal. Kenya have come into the bronze medal position, passing Jamaica, but Jareem Richards, easy as you like. 3:01.30, a brilliant run by the Trinidad and Tobago team. They were set up perfectly for Jareem Richards to dance around Alexander Stadium and pick up the gold medal for Trinidad and Tobago. Botswana pick up the silver. Wow, what a brilliant end, Tim. Our final track event for the male athletes here, and a superb run by Trinidad and Tobago.
Proof, as if it were ever needed, that the 4x4s raise the roof. The 4x1s are spectacular, but they're over in 40 seconds and less. This goes on for over 3 minutes, and the crowd can roar them on lap after lap for the mile of running. Trinidad and Tobago winning from Botswana and Kenya. What a final leg from Waresa. That was astonishing. I'm dying to see the splits.
He was flying, Tim. Mwesa for Kenya. He was 4th in the individual 400 metres and just missed a medal. But that's brilliant. Absolutely superb. Botswana team, well, they did pick up the silver medal. One of their runners in a little bit of trouble there in the back of the shot. I hope he's okay. His teammates will be saying, no, good job. 3:01.85. We've got the silver.
Yeah, the Zambians are national record back in 6th place. You don't see too many much more competitive than that, do you? The leading pair having a real ding-dong. 3rd and 4th, a fabulous punch up down the home straight. What a run from Kenya's Waresa. to close down on Cox of Jamaica to the left.
And Anthony Cox was 6th in that 400 metres. And he was passed with ease, wasn't he, by Moessa, who was 2 places ahead of him in the individual event. But Jereen Richards then, Tim, he wasn't even out of 3rd or 4th gear on that 400 metre leg there. As easy as you like, looking at the screens.
I thought he'd misjudged it. I thought with about 140 to go, the Botswana guy, Ndori, might go past him because he looked brilliant. But Jereen Richards let him put up alongside and then changed gear and went away. And look how calm and cool and collected and victorious he is.
Well, indoors, he's superb over the 400 metres. Outdoors, as I mentioned, he's a 44-second runner. Such a talent. He gave it a go, didn't he? Beapo Ndori, the Botswanan, got onto the shoulder of the Trinidad and Tobago athlete, but he put his foot down. The battle behind, now look at that, between Kenya and Jamaica. A battle that Kenya won, arms stretched out wide. Super stuff, St Helier, Guevara, Cedinho and Richards. That's your gold medal lineup. Super shots.
Hello guys, I hope you have just watched that full video. There was pressure, there was strong competition, and there was the defending champion from Botswana, Mental Moncho, standing between Jamaica and history. But Jamaica had something different that day. Death, Stephen and MC Fason, Novlin Williams Mills, and Christine, they entered the final knowing that every step mattered. One mistake could change everything. One slow finish could send a medal to another nation. But instead of allowing the pressure to control them, the Jamaicans controlled the race. Gold went to Jamaica, silver went to Jamaica, and then came bronze, Jamaica again. Think about that for a moment. 3 athletes, 3 medals, 1 nation. The defending championship Amantel Moncho had to settle for 4th. That is the kind of results that makes people stop and ask, how deep is Jamaica's talent pool? Because winning 1 medal can be called brilliance. Winning 2 can be called dominance. But taking all 3, that start to look like a nation's system built around producing champions. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. While Jamaicans was showing its incredible depth in the women's 400 meters, another Caribbean nation was preparing for a completely different kind of history. Trinidad and Tobago entered the men's 4x400 meters relay with 1 enormous goal and a 56 years gold medal drought. Imagine carrying that kind of history into a relay. 4 runners, 4 legs, 1 mistake, can decades of waiting could continue. Botswana was fighting hard. Kenya was right there. The race was tense, and by the final leg, everything was still on the line. Then came Jereen Richards. The pressure was enormous. The finish line was getting closer, and suddenly, Trinidad and Tobago found another gear. Richard pushed through the final meters, delivered the moment his country had been waiting for. Gold for Trinidad and Tobago. Botswana took silver, while Kenya claimed bronze. Just like that, a 56 year wait was over. That is why Commonwealth Athletic is so special. Sometimes it is not just about the fastest athlete. It is about who can handle the pressure when an entire nation is watching. It is about the athletes who refuses to panic, the runner who knows that history is sitting on their shoulders, and the team that understand that 4 ordinary legs can create 1 extraordinary moment. Jamaica showed the world that death looks like. Trinidad and Tobago showed the world that what perseverance looks like. And both moments delivered the same powerful lesson. On the biggest stage, talent can get you to the starting line, but courage, preparation, and belief can take you into history. And maybe that is the most beautiful thing about athletics. The clock records the time, the model records the results, but the memory, those belong to the people who watched history happen. So, when you see Jamaica step onto a track, don't just ask, who is going to win? Sometimes the better question is, how many medals are they about to take? And when Trinidad and Tobago lines up for a relay, remember this, a 56 years wait can end in less than 4 minutes. That is the magic of athletics. One race, one moment, one unforgettable finish. So guys, I want to hear from you. What opinion do you have? Kindly visit my comment section and then we'll be together there. So if you have not subscribed, like and also comment. I love you all. Thank you. One love. Jamaica.